Hello, I'm with Draginja Nadaždin at UX Poland 2016. We are in Copernicus Science Center and we are here to talk about the social issues that somehow met with the challenges of UX community that we dedicated this edition of UX Poland to. Draginja, you were talking about the great humanitarian crisis that we are experiencing right now, and how it impacts all aspects of our life and how the design community can help. What are your thoughts? What you brought here and what you take out from this conference?
Well, I was very interested to hear that this kind of conference is happening in Warsaw right now, and it's actually focused on the question of responsibility. Because in the context of human rights abuses and humanitarian crises, there are so many ways when the technology and design can do great things. One of them is, for example, that when we are speaking about refugee crises, we are also speaking about a lot of fears from the side of hosting communities or communities, rich countries who are supposed to save the refugees. We are also speaking about a lot of resistance from the political perspective just to face this challenge because it's too difficult to deal with. And we actually need, first of all, a strong message to say what's going on with these people, why these people are in need, why they need our support, why they need help, what is the danger they are facing, what is their experience in a crowded refugees camps in the neighboring countries, for example. So it's very important to have proper tools to spread your message. For example, when we speak about conflict in Syria, Amnesty together with Google created the tool that is actually, we were just speaking about how it is to be in Google's, and now we created actually impression for the people that they are in Aleppo, one of the biggest cities in Syria that was completely devastated by the war and by the bombings.
So virtual reality trip to destroy Aleppo.
Exactly. You can see the pictures giving you impression of 360 degrees, and these are the pictures made by Syrian activists themselves who were there. They were just making photos of the places they were supposed to be their streets, they were supposed to be their houses, and they were supposed to be their reality some time ago. Now their reality are completely ruined. So we are showing this picture, for example, on the streets of London. We were offering people to just passing by, just to stop for a moment, to stop with us and to have this impression what it is. So that's the first moment when I can see a lot of common grounds for this cooperation. Other moment is, of course, that if we want to share human rights ideas, we need people who are ready to do it. So any kind of mechanism and the tools that are enabling us actually to share the messages very quickly is more than welcome. Because sometimes when the people are in danger, it's crucial that we have reaction immediately. Sometimes it takes only a few hours to establish a press and goes to media, but sometimes it can take less than a few hours to mobilize people to start tweeting or to start mailing or making a post to certain places where decision can be made about certain concrete person who is at that moment in danger.
Making a rapid response.
Yes, exactly. Other things that I'm thinking about that are still very much they are still very much actually in progress, as all this industry actually is. These are the tools that can actually protect people. For example, as I said today, it was one of the tools that Amnesty created, cooperating with the others, is a panic button that can be installed on the cell phones. So if the activists or human rights defenders is in danger, he can press this button, and this application actually allows him to, pressing this button, send immediately information about his location to two phone numbers that he chooses on himself. It can be the best friend or or some member of the family. So it immediately, the information that something is happening to him right now is immediately sent to this person, and this person is also having information where or she is. So it's very important, and we are thinking about, for example, people who are going to the demonstration and can be attacked on the demonstration, people who can attack when they are coming back from their job because of their political activities, etc. It's very important to have this information immediately that something bad is happening and where or she is, because then we can quickly react. It's one of the things that is also for us example how important it is to treat technology and to treat design as a very, very practical and powerful tool for saving the lives.
I understand. I heard about a similar application, I think it was called Walk Me Home, where women that had safety concerns or just wanted to keep others informed when they were, for example, coming back either from work, from demonstration, from a party, anywhere. They could just enter where they are heading, and what time they should get there. So if they don't get there by set time, it triggers off an automatic alarm to certain people. It kind of sounds familiar.
It's very similar. It's very similar. It also is very familiar with we are very familiar with other initiatives that are taking place. Some of them are meant to be, for example, protection on your computers, because sometimes it's not only physical danger that you can face, but also sometimes, or very often, it's a question of actually spying the activities of human rights defenders by authorities who are really trying to control them. And information that they can get through our computers, for example, can be used against these people. So there are boxes of tools that are actually aiming to protect people on the internet and also using their own computers.
You mentioned virtual reality goggles, and do you think about any particular new things, like, I don't know, wearables or smartwatches or beacons or Internet of Things, some of those catchy new concepts that are just entering the market, that you can see certain applications in human rights field?
Yes, we definitely, I can't say what concretely we would like to do right now, but we definitely can see that new tools are always, first of all, they are always attractive, so people are starting to read them. On the other hand, we also must be very strategic. So a part of the things that are interesting, we really have to choose something that is useful from very, very, very particular perspective, as it is, for example, perspective of human rights defenders or activists who are in situation and the need to share the information quickly with the friends because they want to, for example, create some event very spontaneously in a very short amount of time, but they need the people. They need quick messages that can share not only in their own community, but can be very easily shared. So we really have to see what is offered and what we can use. But what is inspiration for us right now And what I experienced myself during this conference is actually working with the designers together and trying to create something together is great experience, because we are speaking about not only tools, but we are speaking actually about processes. We are speaking about people that we care of. We do care of our activists and the people all over the world that can be persecuted because of their opinion and the social activities. So we do it all the time, thinking about these people. But when we speak with designers, we learn so many things, like how to actually look for some processes from their perspective. What can be important for them? What can be too difficult to them, for example, to use. So when I'm thinking about different applications that can be used, in some cases it's better to offer less, but to be sure what profits and benefits it can bring to that person.
Recognizing the needs and preparing something that meets the competence of user is crucial for good design, and I'm really glad that you also had an opportunity to do some hands-on work. I know that you led a workshop together with Jason Laszek, and I'm curious how this work with our UX Poland attendees worked out.
It was really several hours of opening the eyes, because first, of course, we presented the problem, we presented the questions that we are working on and our needs, and then in the groups we work together with designers, with attendees of the conference. We had so many interesting questions that for us was really learning experience, showing, okay, these are the questions that we sometimes don't pose. Maybe these are the questions that we don't pose anymore because we found out answers some long time ago and we think that it's still valid answer, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. But sometimes these are the questions that we have never asked ourselves.
So completely new perspective.
Completely new perspective, and also completely new approach to some things that we sometimes can treat as given reality, and when we were speaking with them, when we were trying to find out what could be our journey through all this process, we just find out that actually there are so many things that we don't have to make a revolution in our work, but there are so many things that can be slightly changed and then can make a lot of things much easier to people we work with. And what was also impressive for us, it was that in a very short amount of time, actually, we got like so many different ideas about certain tools and applications that can be created or can be used or can be adapted. So it was really something very special for me. And most of all, I would say that there were some things that we learned and some experience that we got from here that I wouldn't reserve only for design. I would also think about it as a very important learning when we speak about so-called ordinary work that don't necessarily involve new tools and new design.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much to Amnesty International for taking patronage over UX Poland and becoming our partner this year. And thank you very much for helping us to understand what responsibility is and what challenges we are facing. And stay tuned for more talks. Thank you very much.